Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Between Two Racks at Home. With me today, first-time guest, long-time fan. He's got a voice and a face for radio. Product manager for Power, Shane Roma. Shane, welcome to the program.
Thanks very much for having me, Pat.
Hey, so we're both New England boys, so I wore my New England flag t-shirt for you today. I know we probably grew up saying terms like wicked and, but we've both moved on from New England, but it's in our roots, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I really appreciate you finding some nice background for us. Do you have any pictures in your apartment, or what's going on?
All my friends and family right behind me.
Hey, you said it, not me. So Shane, you're here today to talk to us about remote power management. So, I always have trouble with remote power when my batteries in my remote control go dead. So is that what we're talking about today?
No, remote power, and more specifically, remote power and like AV systems, both commercial and residential AV systems, are at its most basic. The ability to, turn on and off power when you're not physically there. If we think back to your home, if your router goes out, your internet goes out, what do? You walk over, you unplug it and plug it back in. Remote power management. Many times. Remote power management is being able to do that without physically being there. So whether it's through an interface or an app or cloud control system, whatnot, it's being able to remotely turn that on and off, kind of at its most basic level. And then we can take that a step further too, and we can look at, reading things from your power system to try to stop that before it even happens. So
like monitoring current or amperage and surge events or things like that, is that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a big reason why some of these devices will fail is due to something called undervoltage. It's something that you don't really know. We call it the silent killer of AV equipment. It'll monitor the voltage. It'll maybe give you alerts and let you react to it. And that's kind of more the advanced power management side of things. But yeah, things like that.
Okay. Yeah, your buddy Nyron talked to us about undervoltage, and we made the joke silent but deadly. I've heard the term that undervoltage is the silent but deadly SBD killer of AV equipment. Okay, so at its basic, it's being able to, if I'm one of Middle Atlantic's customers, I can remotely restart an outlet if something happens on site at a customer. And I think today, right, where our customers might not be able to get on site due to restrictions at locations with the COVID pandemic going on. So that's accurate.
Yeah, so, we use the home example, and it's on your desk or in your basement. It's a quick walk, but, in the AV world, it could be in a rack where you have to go behind. It's not convenient. It could be behind a display. We commonly see that where these small devices are being mounted behind displays or other areas that aren't easy to reach. So that's one scenario. Another scenario would be, whereas at your home, you can just physically walk there, but if it's in another classroom, if you're on a campus, if it's in another building, if it's in another town, in another state, sometimes even in another country. So it allows you to control that from wherever you are.
Awesome. Now, I know Middle Atlantic has their solution in this remote power management world called Racklink. Can you give me and our viewers a brief overview on Racklink?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so Racklink, we've had Racklink at Middle Atlantic now for almost 10 years. And the name's a little misleading. So Racklink can definitely control the power of the devices in your rack. But like I mentioned before, too, it can control that outside of it. We're increasingly seeing these devices get smaller and mounted in other places that aren't inside the rack. So what makes Racklink unique is really providing that AV experience. So very easy to use menus. I don't want to say we dumb it down, but we definitely make it simpler to use than like a typical IT piece of equipment, so you can quickly set these devices up, have control system compatibility. We have open APIs for it, so you can, we also have partnerships with leading control manufacturers as well as cloud manufacturers outside of or cloud solutions outside of just our interface. So we kind of really give you those 3 easy ways to communicate and control with it. And just like all of Mid-Atlantic's products, Racklink is AV focused, power management. So you're going to get some features that you might not get in like a traditional IT solution.
Right. Yeah, all of our products are designed for AV, right? Power products designed for AV applications. I like that you talked about kind of the outside of the rack, right? The small devices that might be behind a display or something, and I think we've said it. Don't let a small device cause a big problem, right? So connect a small device or any device to Racklink, and you can easily troubleshoot without having to be on site. And then the fact, hey, if you want to connect to a cloud platform or a control system, cloud compliant but not reliant, right? There's flexible ways to be able to connect Racklink to your system to control it, right?
Yep.
So with that, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say we provide the hardware solution that enables your service solutions. Whether you're the integrator or whether you're the customer. And you said it best. Small devices are now causing the biggest problems. When we talk about how small they're getting, they could take down the entire solution. So it gives you visibility into that.
It's all about the AV experience. So with that, what would you say is your favorite feature of Racklink?
Ooh, good question. Probably my favorite feature is auto ping. Auto ping is a feature in Racklink products, exclusive to Racklink products, that will ping a device. So reach out to it, see if it's there. If it responds back, it doesn't do anything. But if that device locks up, it'll reset that outlet. Maybe even send an email, alert you in some way that the device is frozen, and then recover it automatically. Almost kind of like having a service tech, in that little box, constantly checking on your devices to make sure they're okay.
Nice. So if I was to simplify that a little bit more, it seems pretty simple and intuitive as you explained it, but would that be like if Netflix reminded me every 2 minutes if I'm still watching?
Yeah, it's constantly, are you still watching? Or it's like, helicopter parents constantly going in and asking you if you've done your homework or cleaned your room or texting you constantly, where are you? Or,
I can't say I have one of those.
Yeah. Or it's like, your watch, asking you, your Fitbit or your Apple Watch asks you if you're going to move recently, just constantly. Are you going to move?
Just guilt trip you. Yeah, I know that is. Or it's like Clippy from Microsoft Office 97 asking you if you need help after every word typed.
Yeah. Just imagine all those scenarios, but it's a good thing, and that's what auto ping is.
We're making auto ping sound annoying, but it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Cool, Shane. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time today, and glad we got to finally get you on the show. I think you'll be back. I think you should. Might get a verification on your Twitter or Instagram because you're going to become famous from this. So thanks for stopping by. And to our viewers, don't forget to like, subscribe, submit comments on any topics you want us to talk about. You can bring Shane back on and you can talk more about other features of Racklink. So again, thanks for watching. Signing off. Talk to you next time.